it'll be 87 here. I feel like 105.
Literally. The other day, it really was like in the 80s. They said it felt like 100 or something.
Yeah,
like,
nah, bro.
It's terrible. It'd be hard to breathe. And, oh my god.
We get super humid, and then in the winter we get fucking snow blizzards.
I mean, we don't get blizzards, bro.
Bro.
Living in New York.
Nah, you
I
tweaking.
tell you, bro.
The snow was fucked up this past winter. The snow was fucked up. Trust me.
Yeah.
Obviously, up north, like the Buffalo shit.
Different.
Remember when Buffalo whole stadium was like buried in snow?
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Buffalo and Syracuse are the top 2 worst cities.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Snow in, I think, the whole country.
Yeah, I'm not talking about that, but our snow was fucked up this year.
That's the thing is, like, that shit's fucked up, but, like, we all know, like, when you're here, like, you know that shit's coming. Like,
literally.
In fucking Syracuse, you can go to sleep, it's no snow, wake up, it's snow up here. Like, literally no, like, warning, nothing. Like, next morning, you look out, it's just snow everywhere. Like,
that's tough as fuck, bro. Snow damn near scary, bro. Anything water related is kind of scary, bro. I don't know why. Living here, like what kind of nice car could I even get, right? So like I be seeing them C8s going around, you know what I'm talking about, them Corvettes.
Yeah.
Like Ohio roads is so fucked up. Like you could just be driving it in, like your shit just hit a pothole and that'd be the end.
Yeah.
And for expensive cars like that, like it's like thousands, like tens of thousands of dollars to like get your rim fixed and shit like that. It's so fucked up.
Solely the main roads get attention. Like,
yeah, I'm saying you would have to get something like a Range,
like a
or
Tesla, Range,
or like exactly. Yeah, like a big Tesla truck, or like the fucking that's why I like that fucking AMG, that GLE. That bitch hard. I'm not gonna lie. You get a G-Wag too, like. If you're gonna be here, like I feel like that's kind of how it is in all like Midwest cities though. we were talking about weather, so let's get the podcast started. Welcome to episode 12.
Damn, that was quick. I had
12 of the A&R Podcast. I am your host, Big Glacier. You know, Young A-Lee. Who else could it be? Right here to the left, I got my co-host.
Ronnie Hunch, a.k.a. Devyn.
Correct.
You know, we plugging socials. How we doing?
Follow us on Twitter at the A&R Podcast 1. Same on TikTok. You can follow us on Instagram at AR Podcast _ All the socials will be in the description. Linktree. We on everything. Apple Music, Spotify,
Podcast,
iHeart, anything you want to find us, SoundCloud, all of that. Everything is in the description. So make sure you. Whoa. Everything is in the description. So make sure you go check that out if you want to find any more information about us. You know where to find us, etc., etc.
Yeah.
That being said, the first thing I want to get into obviously is Tyler.
We're about what?
Tyler.
A week and a half away from the album dropping.
What? Oh, a week and a half from.
Yeah,
okay. I was about to say, you need to be getting in the past tense. What the hell?
Literally.
All
that
right.
was my fault.
But look, so Tyler put his album out. Bold prediction is album of the year. I don't know if that's even bold, but like,
no, it's not.
So far, it's pretty much album of the year. That shit was gas.
Yeah, for sure. And what's crazy is like, it's just really wild to me to hear you say that because you're not even like a Tyler stan. Like,
literally,
I'm a Tyler stan. So like, I expected like it to be up there. I'm just surprised because I didn't think anybody was gonna beat the off season for real.
That's true.
And it wasn't even album of the year for that long.
This is what I was saying. Like, when we was having the off season discussion, I was talking about how like high level rapping is always gonna be like sought after. You know, like that's always gonna be a skill that like people want to hear. That's facts, right? Like Tyler was really rapping on his album, like really rapping, like different than his past couple albums. He was rapping, but it was more like it was, I don't know, it was different. Like Igor wasn't a rap album. Like,
no, Igor was
not.
Flower
Boy wasn't necessarily a rap album. You know what I mean?
Flower Boy was more like this, where it was more rap like mixed with other shit. Like I just like how musical, how soulful. Like it is a rap album, but like it doesn't sound like any other rap albums coming out nowadays.
Right.
Like
that man Tyler had. Okay, before we get into best features, let's get into what you think the best song is.
Damn, best song. I don't know if I could do a best song. I damn near have to just do top 5 for real.
You tweaking? You
gotta do 3. My favorite song is probably "Run It Up." If I had to pick one, it's
I feel that, bro. "Run It Up" make me feel like
the build up to that. The build up on that song is so perfect, bro. Like it's so long, but like by the time the beat drop, it just like hits so hard. Like
it remind me of like that song. Give me hype like No Bystanders.
Yeah,
I just can't, like those songs just have the same effect. Like it's just crazy. It should just make you want to jump.
Yeah,
that's how I know. Like I should have got tickets to the concert tickets to the Tyler tour. You know, he put tickets out before the album dropped. I should have caught, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I fumbled that, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You didn't expect it. You're not a Tyler fan, and the fact I'm hearing a lot of people who aren't even Tyler fans like love this album.
Yeah,
and it's crazy. Yeah. It's great to see that. Like, I feel like over the last couple of years, it's been albums like that kind of like put people on who were hating. Like before Eternal Take, I knew a ton of people who hated on Uzi. Like, they listened to that, they were like, Uzi doing his thing. Same thing with this album. Like, people was like, Tyler doing his thing. Like,
speaking of Uzi on this album, he did smoke his verse. I will say that.
Yeah. Something Zach had pointed out to me that was kind of interesting that I hadn't noticed until he said something is that the mixing on Uzi's voice is like way different than the mixing like Uzi normally uses, and it's kind of nice. Like,
really?
It's like way more pure. Like, there's not like a ton of effects. Like, you know, Uzi on his own stuff be having hella effects.
Yeah,
it's like just Uzi on that song, which is kind of hard.
I feel like you saying like it kind of add like a different feel to like his energy on the track. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel you.
It's just kind of more like, I don't know. It just makes, I feel like it makes it hit harder with the beat because it's not like as drowned out.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna put that in my top 3 songs. That might make top 5.
Yeah, that's in
my top
5.
3 songs. I want to say Hot Wind Blows, Corso, Run It Up.
Damn. Yeah, no, mine is way different.
I think them the top 3, bro.
If I had to do top 3, I'm probably doing for sure Run It Up. And for sure, I Thought You Wanted to Dance. That song hits different to me. But, I mean, you know my mom. I've grown up, like, around reggae my whole life. So to hear Tyler hop on, like, that vibe, like, it just hits different to me. And the chorus and, like, the way that song fits in with the story is just crazy to me. So that's definitely – those are probably my top 2. Damn, I don't know what 3 would be. Damn near the first song, bro. Just because Sir Baudelaire, the way like it comes in, I can never skip it. Like, I don't know. As soon as that song come on, every time it's the sun beaming, the beat drop. Like, I'm like, there's no way I'm skipping it.
Drama fit so perfect on this album. Like, it's just crazy that like when you hear about Tyler and Drama, like it feel like artists from 2 separate worlds, right? Mm-hmm. Like Tyler be on the weird shit, like, you know. Or not even like a lot of times Tyler doesn't even be on rap shit, you know what I mean? But here you got Drama, which is like the mixtape god. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Like they made that shit work, bro. That's what I'm saying. This album of the year for sure.
It was so just like melted in so well. Facts. And the last album I can think of that had Drama do this similar shit was DiCaprio 2, and I just feel like it didn't work nearly as well there as it did here because it wasn't as like, I don't know, engraved into it.
This is my thing. I like Drama on anything, so I feel like it worked there too. But
I feel like I'm not saying it was bad there. This is just a different level.
Yeah,
like,
this is just different. Yeah. I think.
Did you? Oh, my bad.
I think. Let's see.
Did you hear what he said about Corso though?
What did he say?
He said that. That Rocky was supposed to be on that middle part, and he ignored him.
He said he ghosted him for 5 months. But if I'm dating Rihanna, I'm not talking to you either. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's crazy though. That beat, you can tell he said he made that beat specifically like with Rocky in mind. Like, you can tell like that would have been hard for sure.
Ain't they supposed to be at the same festival or something like that too? They could have performed it together.
I don't know,
bruh. Let's see. Where does What's Your Name rank in the song rankings? Because honestly,
it's really
I don't know, bro. He got too many good songs on here, bro. Rise is so underrated.
Rise is so
Safari
good.
is underrated.
Rise is in my top 5. And Safari, at first I was saying that was my least favorite song. You told me I was asleep. Yeah, I was tripping. That is definitely.
Yeah, you was tweaking.
That is a good song. It's just, I think it had to, like, the horns are crazy, but also just the way it ties in, like, all the themes of the album, like, to close it is just, like, crazy.
Let's talk about Wilshire for a second. Mm-hmm. That long ass 8-minute ass track. I think it's crazy that he really put out like there's like, remember how we talked about Cole, how most of his songs was just like hook, verse, hook, and then I'm out, right?
Well, most of Cole's songs were just verses, and there's a lot of songs on here that are just verses.
I'm saying like Tyler really got a whole like storytelling. Like this is like I'm not gonna say it's like Dying of Thirst, but I'm saying like it's like a longer storytelling song.
Yeah.
On the album, like that's not typically what like. Mm-hmm. That's just kind of like, you know, like weird.
Well, what was interesting about that song too was he said he wrote it that day of and he recorded on like a handheld mic, and he said he didn't mix it. He was like, he liked the way it sounded, he liked how raw it was, and you can hear like every time he says P on it, you can hear that. Like, I just like how like
facts,
raw like
facts.
it is. And the one thing I want to point out, like the story is like super cool, but a lot of people didn't pick up on the fact that that story is the story of the album. Like,
Right.
he drops, me and you talk about this, he dropped hints throughout the whole thing. Like, that song is not just like a standalone song. Like, some people were saying like that's the worst song because it's just a like story, but like it's the whole album is about that story. Like,
Literally.
So
if you go through the album, it is about that. He was talking about the first line that you could tell, he was like, he ain't seen his girl in 3 days, but it ain't got to be like that. I'm down for the threesome, which
Literally.
is nuts. But at the same time, that's a bar. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's hilarious.
It's kind of hilarious.
Giving bisexual bars is crazy.
It's kind of hilarious that Igor was basically a whole story
God.
of him being jealous of a dude picking a girl over him, and then this album is like him being jealous of a girl picking a dude over him.
Damn.
So it's just kind of funny that both of them were like that. People were like, "Damn, Tyler really a home wrecker." Like,
Tyler cannot catch a break. He said the only thing not good in his life is his hair still 2 inches.
literally.
He was spending. Now this is the thing. I feel like the reason why I like this album is because like he was really talking on here. Like he was talking about sold out MSG.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about all the cars he got. Like
Literally.
I feel like I'm ignorant from like, but I
It was a
I
flex
like
album.
right. I like when he get on there and talking shit. You know,
Mm-hmm.
he was talking about what did he say? I can't believe I just forgot what I was about to say.
Yeah.
I swear I bring this up to you like 2 times a day.
Well, it's kind of interesting too. Like, I had pointed this out to you in the past. Is that like?
Oh, he was talking about tax loopholes. I forgot.
Yeah, literally.
Like that's hilarious to me. Like
Literally.
Tyler get on the track talking about tax loopholes. Like when he used
Yeah.
to get on there talking about like I'm not
Crazy
gonna say what he's
shit.
talking about.
Literally, like.
But like that progression is just hilarious.
It's just kind of crazy, like the parallels between this and the off season. Like I said, both of them
Facts.
are a lot of just songs with just verses. Like both of them are them like flexing about their status and like where they are now, and
Facts.
they're the best 2 albums of this year. So Tyler, but this is my main
Drake.
point in why Tyler is like why this is the album of the year over Cole is that good rapping, like you said, is always like important and it's always great. But I feel like good music to me is always above good rapping, which is why I've never liked Eminem, because Eminem can rap well, but he doesn't make good music. Like,
I mean,
it's
yeah.
2 separate things. So I feel like Tyler's ability to have like great rapping mixed in with like great music and a story, like, and it flows so well. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel
It's
you.
definitely album of the year for me,
Yeah, I
for
feel you.
sure.
Album of the year for sure.
That's just so crazy because I remember we was on here talking about Lumberjack and like he was like, yeah, it's cool. Like, I'm not a huge Tyler fan, but like it's hard.
I actually like Lumberjack more, like in the flow of the album, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm. Well, do you know that that's like the song that like inspired the whole album?
Explain.
So he said that after he won that Grammy, he literally went, bought a Rolls Royce, and then drove it to Utah and was just like traveling around with it. And when he went to Utah, that's when he recorded Lumberjack. So it's like that was like the first song for the album, and like the whole album kind of like was formulated around that experience.
I don't even think he's supposed to put that many miles on Rolls Royces.
He said he was talking about it at one of his shows he did recently. He was like, yeah, I had to get something I could drive around. I'm like, this man bought a Rolls. Like,
what are you talking about?
He said all he had was these 2 doors, so he had to get some shit he could go on road trips in, and so he bought a Rolls. Like,
That's nuts.
crazy.
That's nuts. Jesus Christ.
And songs like even like the skit Bless like really make you think about like Tyler really got his hand in so many different things. Like, he really do be writing shows, doing soundtracks, like got the Converse deal, got his own brand, still part of Odd Future's brand. Like, he was
on there talking, bro.
focused since 30M, or what do you say?
Like,
Only 29, but I've been focused since 30M.
Crazy.
Literally. Good Lord. 30 M's is wow.
That's light though.
I mean,
30 M's is light.
I don't know.
That's light.
That's nuts. For that to be light is nuts.
He talking about he was having combo with Jay-Z, like patch me in, like trying to get on a money deal with Jay-Z. That's hilarious, bro. Imagine Jay just put everybody on money, like just put everybody on money moves. Like, Jay is like investing in hella crypto shit now, like like Jay just
he was
getting
on
money
his
out of
last
everybody.
album talking about investing in artwork, so I know literally. Jay on different shit.
Literally. we let's see what else came out. Vince dropped a song.
His album is dropping this Friday. I'm excited for it. It seemed like the song was produced again by Kenny and like was around the same vibe, so I kind of expect like FM, all the songs to kind of sound similar, have a similar vibe. Yeah. I mean, I messed with it. I didn't like it as much as Law of Averages. What was it called? Are You With That?
Yeah.
But it was good. It's growing on me the more I listen to it.
Yeah, it's the first song. I think that album's gonna be pretty turned, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
I think it's interesting. It seems like
I'm a super Vince fan. So yeah. Just so y'all know, I'm a super Vince fan.
We both are. You put me on the Vince a long time ago. You put me on before Summertime '06 even dropped. I think it was like right after Hell Can Wait dropped. Yeah. So I'm excited. I like that. One thing that's interesting is I like how like this song "Are You With That" was more melodic.
Yeah.
But like, because he is such a good lyricist, it's like that melodic flow. But if you listen to what he's saying, like he's still like really spitting for real, and I kind of like
Vince was really rapping on both of these songs, and I think that's gonna be the theme for like the rest of the album.
It's interesting that this album is just called Just Vince Staples too. I feel like if you name an album just your name,
and it's like his mugshot, you know, like it's just like I think this is him trying to like. I don't want to say cement his name, but he's trying to show like, like this is what I really do. You know, what I mean? Vince been like that for a long time. I feel like Vince still underrated. I feel like people look at Vince more as like a rap personality as opposed to like an actual like musician.
Well, one of my biggest problems with Vince, my really only problem with Vince has always been he doesn't put out enough. And I don't know if you saw this, but the album is 22 minutes long.
I mean, yeah.
So it's like literally just like FM. It's like 3 years for a 20-minute album, and it's just like every single time all he ever dropped is EPs or super short albums. Like but once again, when my only complaint is like I want more
too long. Yeah.
Pause. Like that's a good thing. Like that's the best complaint I can have.
Nuts. I was gonna say like. We complain about albums being too long, but then here come Vince like giving us 20 minutes, and it's like
literally.
Wait, I didn't say go. I didn't say do that, but
there's a happy medium. Like we were just talking about Tyler, like 44. Like that's technically short for nowadays, but you can pack a lot. Like Tyler doesn't feel like I don't feel like man, like I wanted more. Like I feel like satisfied.
Yeah, literally from start to finish.
So it's like with Vince, like I hate that every album like I like it, but I'm like man, like I don't know. I still need more Vince.
I was just doing the Vince Staples deep dive, like listening to Law Averages. I was like, bro, this shit kind of hard. So I did a Vince Staples deep dive. Like I was just like at work, moving around, listening and shit. Like Vince discography is kind of tough, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I was listening to Stolen Youth, all that shit. Like, yeah, it's really some shit on there. He been rapping.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Speaking of rap, speaking of rappers that really rap, Herb dropped. I don't want to. Well, what should I say? This is not my favorite Herb album, but in terms of like lyrics, like he was really rapping on here. This might be some of his best. This might be some of his best performances rapping wise, but music wise, I don't think this is my favorite Herb album.
And I just feel like the production value is really good. It's not necessarily
That's true.
Like even from PTSD to this, I feel like it stepped up a little bit.
Yeah.
And honestly, the first time I listened to it, I kind of felt like how me and you were talking. I was like, it's cool. Like, it's nothing crazy. I don't know how much I returned to it. But I listened to it again yesterday at work, and I was like, it's better than I thought. Like, it's a pretty good project, like, for real. I don't think it's anything crazy. I don't think it'll be, like, top 10 on any year list or anything like that. But it's still a cool project.
Yeah.
Like,
I think it's crazy that Herb only 25, though.
That really is. Like
it
feels like he's been around 25. For so long. Him and Sosa is like, how are they so young? Like, I feel like they've been around for so long.
Too. I think Dirk is only 26.
It's just crazy.
Yeah, bro. Because they feel like they've been through like multiple stages. Like,
that's what he said. It feels like I've lived 100 lives by now or something like that.
Yeah, some shit like that. Like, because Dirk went from dreads Dirk to no dreads Dirk, and then Dirk like he did the little R&B shit when he was with Dage Loaf, and now he got the dreads back. He Dirkio now. Like Dirk done went through stages. Like Sosa went through stages. Like it's crazy. Bibby is a fucking like record exec now. Like
literally,
like, bro,
I used to really like Bibby's music too. I'm kind of sad that you don't make none no more like that.
Bibby, you need to drop Free Crack 4, bro. Literally, it's a fucking drought. So why not?
But one of the things I just appreciate about Herb is even if he drops an album, it's not the craziest thing. Like, he never dropped, like, a trash album. Like, it's still good. Like, if I press play, I'm going to listen to it. Like, it's still, like, I don't feel like I wasted my time listening to it. Speaking of, I want to get on this. Just, I know you didn't listen to it real quick. Speaking of wasting my time, one of the two rappers I ever met in my life, Ski, dropped a mixtape, which he hasn't dropped in 3 years. Right. 3 years for a mixtape, which is even more nuts than Vince.
Keep in mind, like, you know what's keeping going through, so
yeah, that's true.
You know,
but it was not good. It was like there was an intro, and then the next two songs after that were hard, and I was like, they reminded me of old Ski. I was like, if this is shit he on, like this one would be hard.
Right.
Then after that, he started trying to sing.
Damn.
That's where it really went downhill. Ski, I feel like I feel like he feels pressured to like try to go outside of his lane, but like if he just stuck in his lane, like I feel like he'd do better. Like I would rather just have Ski like doing the hype, like fast rap, like goofy bar shit for 9 songs than have 2 songs like that and then him fucking singing on shit. Like, nah, I'm cool.
He was trying to get on his Young Thug shit or something?
Nah, it was still like hard. Like it was like damn near like some X type shit. Like
I mean,
they were still hype songs, but he was trying to sing on them. Like it's like, no, bro. It just wasn't.
If I remember, he had a couple singing songs on Stokely, didn't he?
Yeah, but those were also like more vibey, chill. Like these were like still the same grain of trying to be hype songs, but he was singing, and it just wasn't it. It just wasn't it. The whole, I feel like the aesthetic for this album, like the whole Sin City shit, like he's wearing like these certain clothes, like have this whole like dark aesthetic is cool, but like the music just, I don't know, it don't match. It was disappointing. Like you didn't listen to it. It's nothing like I would be like go listen to. Like
it is what it is.
It's just starting to get disappointing. Like I don't know. Ski's just really like. Every time you drop, I'm hoping for the old stuff, and it's just never.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's suck when artists you like just don't hit it for you no more. Like I said, like we was listening to Ski when we was younger. Like I fuck with Ski, but like same time, bro. You know.
Yeah, and when you let years go by just to drop like a 9-song mixtape and it's 2 good songs on there, it's like, you know what I mean?
I feel like we be on here being mean, bro.
Really? Look, I got a Ski poster right here. Like I fuck with bro.
Yeah,
like
literally. No, literally. It's literally a Ski poster right there.
Literally, like from when I met him, and well, first of all, that's a different story. But I ain't never get my picture. But Ski, like I fuck with Ski. I really do. Like it's sad. It makes me upset. Like when I'm listening to shit, I'm like, damn, this is ass. Like I don't want that shit to be ass. Like. That'd be like if Dragon Ball dropped some shit. Like I don't want it to be ass. Like I like it. Like I'm a fan. Like I'm rooting for it. But when it's ass, it's just ass. Like
I feel you, bro. That's just a fucking heartbreaker.
Literally.
Speaking of a heartbreaker, switching gears into sports. Bucks lose game 1. It is what it is.
See, you said heartbreaker, and I'm looking at the list. I'm like, it's a couple different ways you could go with that. That's not the way I thought you was gonna go with it, though, bro. Oh my god.
You're right. Now that I'm looking at it, it was a couple lanes I could have.
Literally. Oh my god.
I took the safe route though. Route.
I'm happy with that. I'm moving this right here just since fucking Naruto is gone.
Hey, let me. What? Oh, my bad.
Just having faces.
There you go. Hey, look, let me tell y'all a secret before we get on the NBA, right? So I came over to this man's house the other day. Me and Eve, he's over this man's house. And so we was chilling. He was like, all right, let's watch Naruto, blah, blah, blah. And we watching it. And we sitting there, me and E looking at the TV. We like, bro, this is filler, bro. What are you doing? Like, why are you watching filler? He insisted, like, I'm gonna watch Naruto from start to finish. Like, I'm gonna power through. I need to watch every single episode to get the full experience. I'm telling him, like, bro, Naruto is like 40% filler, 50% filler. Like, you gonna have a hard time trudging, bro. You gonna be watching forever. So we over this man's house and he watching this filler, and we like, bro, like, change it. Like, this is filler. He like, no, it's not. I'm like, bro. So we look up the filler list. This man been watching filler for like 50 episodes. And he still got like 3 more seasons. And still got like 3 more seasons of filler. I'm like, bro, just skip the Shippuden, bro. You got the gist.
No, I started Shippuden last night.
Literally.
We can go into the Naruto deep dive too, since I finally finished it too.
Go ahead. Fuck it. Fuck it.
Right now?
Free segment. Go ahead.
Fuck it. Free segment. I had to rethink about it because now that I know that only the first 5 seasons are filler, like once I finished it, I wasn't thinking like, oh, this is the show. Like, let me think about like how good this show is. Like, I was watching hella filler, so
right.
But in retrospect, since basically the Sasuke fight was the end of the show,
right?
I mean, it was an all-time great show. Like, all-time great shonen. Like, Naruto is one of the best MCs to me. Like, it's a great show. I was asleep for sure. I'm excited. The first couple episodes of Shippuden, I was like, first of all, the opening to Shippuden, I was not ready for him to get to it like that. Like, so I'm hyped to keep getting into it, man. Like, I really like Naruto. Like, it's
Sasuke movie different. Episode 1.
Growing up as like a Dragon Ball fan, like that's why I never watched Naruto, because it was so much Dragon Ball slander from Naruto fans. Like as a kid, I'm like, fuck you, I'm watching like
type shit. Niggas choosing sides over anime.
I don't know. It was all time great, S tier, probably top 5 shows I've ever.
What was your favorite fight?
Anime
What was your
shows.
favorite fight from part 1?
Favorite fight? Oh my god, it was so many good ones, bruh. Damn near like the Hokage fight in Orochimaru and the other two Hokages was crazy. Like Naruto, of course, Naruto Sasuke was crazy. I was just pissed that Sasuke won because it was some plot shit. Like literally, like
that curse mark shit was kind of nuts though.
That was too big of a buff.
Nigga grew wings and shit.
Literally, that was too big of a buff. And like the thing was like Naruto. People try to slander Naruto on Twitter. I still see that fight talked about all the time. Like, but if Naruto really was trying to kill Sasuke the way Sasuke was trying to kill Naruto,
literally,
like, he would have won. Like, he could have summoned that big ass frog, and what was Sasuke gonna do then? Like, what would he have done then? Like,
versus a huge summon.
Literally,
yeah. I don't think Naruto was on that. That's not. He didn't want to kill his friend. You know, it is.
I did think it was a little sus and a little goofy how like the whole show like they're like. Not like cool with each other for real. Like they throwing shots constantly, want to fight each other constantly, and then like Sasuke get there and he's like, "You're my best friend." I'm like, where is this coming from? Naruto like, yes, like.
Oh, you making him sound sus.
That whole fight was, I don't know, it was getting a little sus. Naruto, I'll do anything for you, Sasuke.
The whole show, the whole premise of that whole retrieval arc is sus. Like you risking your life to go save this man. He wouldn't even fuck with you like that.
It was sad when he came back in Shippuden. I didn't know he was the only one who wasn't a Chunin. Like, he's literally avoiding his whole life's dream just to go try to find this man Sasuke.
I mean, yeah, but that's one of the things. Like, is he obviously he's a Chunin, but he's really not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he is, but he's not. You know, you get the point. Mm-hmm. But that's the Naruto deep dive. So he gonna keep us updated on the Shippuden shit.
I know. I didn't realize Shippuden was like 5 times as long as the original. Like,
a lot of filler though, so you can skip.
Yeah,
I've told you, bro. Work smarter, not harder.
Literally,
this man was literally trudging through all the filler. I'm like, bro, you really don't have to do this to yourself. I want to see you do better.
Yeah.
On some gunner shit.
I looked up some shit that said Netflix cut all the fillers, so I have faith, but it was all cat. All cat.
All right. We supposed to be talking about basketball. Okay, so
literally.
So game 1 of the NBA Finals was last night. Giannis and the Bucks played Booker and the Suns. The Suns beat they dumb ass because the Bucks are overrated.
Well, okay, wow. What a way to come out the gate.
Exactly.
What a way to come out the gate. First of all, Giannis had an injury that normally would take.
No.
We have to
I'm not gonna let you do that because he said he felt great. He said verbatim he felt great.
I know, but we have to start with that because no one thought he was gonna play game 1 or 2.
Okay.
Like people were saying he was gonna miss at least 2. So for him to come back and start like offer it, we were like, what the fuck? Like,
right.
Nobody saw that coming, and he played good. He
did.
But I feel like that's the first thing. Obviously, the Suns are at home too.
Correct.
The Suns played. I mean that. The Bucks pick and roll defense was getting torn to shreds the whole game. That was honestly the only reason they lost because it wasn't.
I say the only reason.
The Suns only won by 13. The Suns only won by 13, and the Bucks were literally getting smoked in the pick and roll every single time. The only thing they did that worked was put Giannis at center. That's the only thing they did that even.
But that was in like the back half of the third.
That was like the last 7 minutes of the game, bruh.
No,
I don't even think it was in the third, bruh. I'm pretty sure it was in the fourth they started doing that.
Jesus Christ.
Which it's bud. Of course, it took them 3 quarters to realize. Like,
but that's what I'm saying. Like, it took Middleton to like third quarter to get turned on. The niggas was getting bust by 20 by that point. Like, come
literally,
on, bro. Are you serious?
Middleton made like 3 threes in a row when they're down like 20. Yeah.
Like, are you serious? And they had a nerd, bro. Like, bro, they was saying this dude at work keep telling me Middleton is that guy. Like, I guess, but like, Middleton can come out here and give you 35, and then next thing give you 12. You know what I mean? Like, is he really that guy? Not to say he's not live, but that's what I'm saying. I think the Bucks are a little bit overrated. J. Rule was basically non-existent.
Yeah, he was, but like I was trying to say, like, I'm not even like a Bucks. Like, we can get into the Suns after. Obviously, we're just mainly focused on the Bucks. But like, for the Bucks, from their perspective, I feel like you can't even be that upset because Giannis coming off an injury. Like, you're on the road.
He came what 20 and 20 basically.
Yeah, like you're on the road. Like game 1, like to only lose by 13. It's not like they ended up losing by 20. Like,
yeah.
I feel like that's still like not a bad sign for them, especially given the fact that Drew didn't do anything. Giannis is off injury. Like, they really only need Drew to play a little better. They need better, obviously, pick and roll defense, but they also get 3 games at home too. So it's like,
I feel like they're asking a lot because Brook Lopez was getting barbecue chicken.
They can't
all
play
night.
him. They can't start him.
He was getting barbecue chicken all night. Him and Bobby Portis though.
Yeah, Bobby Portis was slightly better, but still getting cooked.
He couldn't stay in front of Chris Paul for shit.
No, Chris Paul was cooking him.
Yeah, he was toasting that man.
Chris Paul was on some different shit.
Yeah, we might as well get on Chris
Demon
Paul.
timing,
Chris Paul in his first finals game absolutely showed out, so that's good for his legacy.
They said he was the first player to have 30 and 8 in his first finals game since MJ. Like, crazy. Wow, that's pretty nuts.
Yeah, Chris Paul is like that though. Chris Paul has never been like. Well, I'm not gonna say Chris Paul has never been a like. I mean, there's been some times there that he's choked, right? But it's more like a whole team choke instead of a specifically Chris Paul choke. You know what I mean? Like the Clippers choke, the Rockets choke.
I still believe that
Dot choke.
I still believe that if Chris Paul wasn't hurt in that series against y'all, that they would have probably gone to the finals.
He always had bad injury luck and shit like that, and running into the wrong team, running into the Warriors 4 years in a row and shit like that. Like he just got bad luck. Yeah. But now he made it, and I'm not gonna lie, he was eating the whole game.
Yeah, he was. He
put up 32 and 8 or some shit like that.
Him, Book, and Ayton were just on the whole game. Like
that 3-piece combo with Bridges and Cam Johnson. Like it's like the role, like oh my god, yeah, bro.
You can't let all three of them do what they did. Like, and we were talking about this yesterday. Now I got to get on you. You were slandering the Suns. You're slandering Ayton. The Suns are in the finals, and Ayton's putting up damn near 20 and 20. Like,
you're right.
Your takes are just looking very terrible.
This is my thing. He's performing like a number one pick now, but that's what I was trying to get at. Like before this, like obviously he had got injured the last season, but the season before that, even though it was his rookie season, like he wasn't number one. Like he didn't show that. But
he also
I think getting Chris Paul that leadership helped him like exponentially. Yeah,
like exactly.
He says that like Chris Paul helped my career so much. You know what I mean? So that's my explanation.
Well, yeah, and I just want to get this.
Shout out to DeAndre Ayton.
I know you admitted it, but I just want to get this on recording. In retrospect, there was no way the Lakers were going to get them out of here in 5.
Healthy. I said healthy 6. That's what I said.
No, you said 5. That's what you were. I was saying 6, and that was the whole argument. You were like 5.
All right, 5. I was tweaking, but I'm gonna recant and say 6. Yeah. But with that being said, the Lakers weren't healthy, but that still would have been a tough series.
Yeah, there was no way it would have been 5 games. Zero chance. That was my whole point I was telling you. I'm like, the Suns are a number 2 seed. Like, there's no chance. Yeah. Like,
but I think Chris Paul leadership is one of the biggest things on their team now because like although this is a young team and they have literally zero finals experience minus Jay Crowder, like none of them seem scared or like big or like the moment don't seem too big for them. Like they seem calm, and I think like that's Drew. Also and I think that's Drew looked nervous, but that's also because of Monty Williams. I think Monty Williams is a coach that has that effect. Like they were talking about like how calm he is and blah blah blah. Like when you hear him talk on the sideline, they do the mic'd up shit like literally real, like just chill, like
well, CP's leadership is just different. I mean, look at what he did with the Thunder last year. They
basically got 2 head coaches.
Literally, the Thunder last year were trying to tank, and he took them to the playoffs and damn near won a series. Literally, like, I don't know. I would love to see CP get his ring, and it's looking pretty good for the Suns after Game 1.
If CP3, all right, let's say this. Where do you have CP3 now in the top 5 PG rankings all time? Or top 10, wherever you have in the top.
I don't know. I would have to really think about it, but I feel like him winning a ring secures him top 5 probably.
Okay.
So that's why I'm kind of rooting for it too.
Right, I feel that. I think I have him in my top 5. Like, but if he does get a ring, I think he can slide in top 4 overall.
Yeah. I mean, he's just been such a good player and such a good leader throughout his career. I feel like for him not to have a ring is just like kind of crazy.
Especially if he performed this whole run, like if he performed this whole finals like he did Game 1, then it's gonna be
honestly, and we were joking about this last night. Just off of Game 1, if he has a good series, even if Book goes crazy, like if they end up winning, they're gonna give it to CP.
Yeah, probably.
Finals
just because of the story, it is
narrative.
Actually, I don't know.
It's all narrative.
I feel like depending on what type of shit like Book do, like if Book come out and put up 47 one game, then they're gonna switch to the
Book.
What they gonna say? The young Kobe narrative,
literally.
Like the young assassin. He's in it, like they gonna switch to that. Like the second coming of Kobe Bryant. He's that's
Book,
what they gonna say.
Like I said, Book will have to average 30 plus to get Finals MVP.
I don't think that's far fetched.
CP has to average, I don't know, 15 plus maybe. Like literally, like their standards are just so far apart.
I think Chris Paul gonna average like 25 and 11 this series.
Then he's a surefire lock for Finals MVP.
So?
Like
25 and
11 in the finals. Like
I think Book giving them like 27 and like 6.
Yeah, no, yeah.
And then Aiden come in here with 20-15. Like, oh yeah, that's tough.
If that's the point for the Bucks, is if all three of them are doing what they did last night, they're not going to win the series.
With Cameron Payne, with Cam
Johnson,
Bridges. Torrey, like the Bucks, not the Bucks, but the Suns are really like that.
The thing is if the Bucks had a better coach, I would have more faith in them, because all they have, like, the talent,
might get fired.
They just really need to make adjustments, and I'm the adjustment that needs to be made is pretty obvious to me. They got to keep Giannis at center more. They have to.
So too.
That's the only way they have a chance at stopping these mid-range shots, and we'll see if it happens.
I think
start Brent Forbes. Forbes was big for them in the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
that lineup with Forbes with Giannis at center, like.
I think if Rick Carlisle was still on the market, Budenholzer would be sweating for his job, but it is what it is.
I mean, he got them to the finals, and we've been saying fire Bud for years, and they didn't fire him. Now that he's in the finals, there's zero chance they're going to fire him. Zero chance. So? I feel like the Bucks are one of those teams.
If they get knocked out in 6, then what?
Still, you got them to the finals, though.
I guess, bro.
They get knocked out in the first or second round these last few years, and they've kept them. Like, so it's like they make the finals, they're not getting rid of him.
Yeah,
I feel like the Bucks are one of those teams that are just like, we have what we have. Like, we're gonna win with this. Like,
that's disgusting.
Which they paid everybody, so like this is their team.
Yeah.
This is their best chance, realistically, because this is the fluke year. So
if this is their best chance and they lose, then it's like, okay, well,
And realistically, it really is.
Apparently, they have the talent.
Comedy, because if we went into this before the season started, if someone told us it's gonna be Suns Bucks, like, we would be like, the Bucks should win that easy. Like,
yeah, maybe.
Nah, they won't.
But like we were saying, I think they are gonna fire Bud. But speaking of somebody else that need to be fired at ESPN, right?
That's so exactly where I was going.
Yeah, literally.
Yes, sir.
Rachel Nichols, step up to the podium.
Wow.
Step up to the motherfucking podium. It's time for you to get interrogated, little bro. We got some heat for you.
There's a couple different places we can even start with this. Where do you even want to start with this?
Let's start with, well, number one.
She's in the media for two different negative reasons.
Let's start with Maria Taylor and the other girl. I'm so sorry that I'm forgetting their names, but they had two black women as media for the finals. Amazing. We love to see it. Shout out to Maria Taylor. You deserve it. That's the first part. Number two, let's talk about how she gave that bullshit apology.
I didn't even see the apology. I don't even care to see it. Really.
I'm gonna try to put the video of the apology like in here. They put it next to like a Giannis like clip of him shooting free throws. She gave like a 10-second apology. Like a 10-20 second apology.
What did she even say?
She was like
we're not giving no context to this situation.
Oh, okay. Oh shit.
Literally context.
So Rachel Nichols is a NBA media personality. She's been doing that for a couple years.
She's been mid at it for a long time, but she's been doing it for
honestly,
a long time.
I don't think she's a bad reporter. Reporter wise, I don't think she's a bad reporter. I'm not going to discredit her like reporter status just because she wild.
I always thought she was mid.
Yeah, but to pit white women against white women, I think Doris Burke is better.
It's not even a real comparison.
Right. To say so, basically the point is she's not at the top of her field, but she's not bad either, right? So Rachel Nichols is an NBA media personality. She's on, what is she on, The Jump?
Mm-hmm.
She's on The Jump. She is on the ESPN halftime crew with who else? Chauncey, Jalen, Paul Pierce, when he used to be on there. You know, she's on that crew.
Woj apparently now.
Woj, Scotty be on there sometimes.
First of all, yes, this is where we got to also say ESPN's crews and everything in general is very mid.
ESPN halftime. I feel like ESPN channel in general, since they have no real competition, there's nothing really like motivating them to put out better content. Like that ESPN halftime shit is, lackluster at best. So it is what it is. But that being said, outside of that, in the bubble, a report came out that some audio had leaked about her making disparaging comments about her coworker Maria Taylor, who is an African American reporter, right? Mm-hmm. The ESPN wanted Maria Taylor to start covering NBA. pretty much what she said in the audio was they only giving this job to her because she black, because it's BLM shit, da-da-da, I'm tired of it, da-da-da. She was talking to another guy in the audio. He was like, yeah, all this Me Too with BLM stuff.
One of LeBron's publicists. Right. I feel like it's important to emphasize that. Does he still have his job?
Unlikely. I don't know. I don't know for sure.
There's no way LeBron can keep him after that. Yeah, because he was saying really wild shit on there too.
Yeah, literally both of them was. But basically, what happened was this audio recently got leaked, and now she's under fire. But keep in mind, this audio is from a year ago. The article came out a year ago. The audio just got dropped. Mm-hmm. So ESPN knew about this for the whole span and never punished her, never said nothing. The only time she got even a sliver of punishment is when the audio came out and niggas started putting heat on her head. That's the only time she even thought about apologizing or anything like that. I just want to put that out in the air.
It's just super wild too, because we talk about like this ignorance, like of like her like making jokes about Black Lives Matter and Me Too. I mean, the Black Lives Matter thing is just obviously pure ignorance,
right?
But people are really getting at her like, how are you as a woman reporter getting on Me Too when like woman reporters like who started that? Like you're literally just, I don't know. The ignorance to me is just like baffling. But also throughout all this, it was found out that she's like related to like one of like the ABC or CBS.
She's related to like Diane Sawyer, which
literally
is like the queen of NBC.
Yeah, my bad.
That's how you got your fucking job.
Literally,
come on, bro. Like, are you serious? Diane Sawyer.
Yeah, so
that's like me being related to Will Smith and then popping up with like a job on TV, like
literally.
Oh, okay. Obviously, I see the connection. Anyway, the point is, the main thing I take away from this is, and this is not even a new like revelation to me, but people, non-minorities in like corporate spaces, once they get in their groups or whatever, once they get in like when they think of solitude, they really take off that mask for real. Trust me. Because as you can see from this audio, because every time she's on the jump, like during the whole bubble, she was pushing the whole BLM thing. Like she was one of those. She was
apparently on social media too.
Yeah, she was doing the whole like when Ruth Bader died, she was mad at ESPN that they didn't do a Ruth Bader segment, but they did a Chadwick Boseman segment. Like she's been on that's her face is like a mask, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like in public when she's reporting, like she's super like super left, blah blah blah. But then you heard the audio of her in the hotel room chopping it up with bruh, and they talking about they tired of him.
Literally,
like
that's why crazy. Like words of like corporations and just Caucasians in general, it's like
corporations and Caucasians.
It never means much to me because like during the whole like when like the whole George Floyd stuff happened, there was protests and stuff like. That's why I wasn't posting stuff because I was donating. Like, if you really care, you don't have to like put forward such like a front like you care. Like, I feel like that shit in itself is sus. Like, because now you look back, like she was constantly like Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter, but really she behind the scenes like I hate this shit. I'm tired of this shit. Like, okay, all right.
Her punishment was she got took off the NBA Finals like reporting team. What else? I think that's pretty much it. I don't think she.
Right now, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
I don't think she's gonna get fired. I don't think she's gonna get fired at all. I don't think anything is gonna happen. Pretty much, she just offered that little bullshit ass 30-second apology, and then on about her business.
She's not sorry. I mean, there's no chance she's sorry. She got away with it for a year. Like,
if anything, she's more mad. If anything, she's more mad. Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit is crazy.
So, but the thing is what's even crazier is this is not where it stops with her. She was in the media for all this. Everyone's bashing her.
Yeah.
And then a couple days ago, it come out that she was giving it up in the bubble to any and everyone. First of all, they're saying Ersan hit. Ersan Ilyasova, bruh.
The street saying Ersan Ilyasova?
Ersan Ilyasova, bruh.
Damn.
That's crazy that she was giving it up to literally. That just means she was giving it up to anybody.
Damn. But Ersan tall and rich though. That's all you need.
Ersan hit. But what's even funnier is now they're saying afterwards Jimmy hit on the way to the finals.
Well, I ain't trying to speak on nobody bodies or nothing like that, but
nah, he did.
I guarantee that. Like I guarantee that you out of your mind if you think they wasn't wilding out in the bubble.
They said,
you out of your mind if you think nothing was happening. If you really think they was in their rooms chilling. If you really think they wasn't sneaking, like you out of your mind.
They said that Jimmy got a noise complaint and he said that he was dribbling a ball in his room. And now there's that picture of him and Rachel like flirting in that interview. Like he was not dribbling no ball.
The funniest part is I could really imagine Jimmy doing them both though. I can imagine him really dribbling the ball and working out upstairs, and then being like, "Bro, shut the fuck up." And I can also imagine him being sick enough to take Rachel Nichols back there.
Literally. But what's even funnier, I feel like this is such a funny development, because it was like, not only is she fake, not only does she not care about this shit, but she's still willing to give it up to these players, like both minority players, like. But she was talking big shit, like.
The game is the game, bro. The game is the game.
Crazy.
And we smoking on Rachel Pack.
Literally.
But speaking of smoking, Sha'carri Richardson.
Damn. That's all time great, bro.
I'm a god at this,
bro.
This is crazy.
We need to, but by the end of whatever we call season 1 of A&R Podcast, we just gotta have a compilation of the best transitions. Cause,
oh god,
sometimes you be going crazy.
I'm like, bro, this is what I do. Anyway, Sha'carri Richardson. If you don't know who that is, whoa, can I speak English? If you don't know who that is. She is a sprinter. She was supposed to be going to the Olympics, but they drug tested her, and she got they found some marijuana in her system. So she got suspended from her race, which is the 100 meters. But she's probably going to be able to participate in the relay, right?
I don't know. I didn't hear that part.
That's what's happening, right? So she's not going to be able to participate in the race that she actually runs for solo, but she's going to be able to be in a relay, which is at least something.
Yeah,
right?
I didn't know there was at least something.
Right.
I thought it was
when. I knew it was no way. Like when I first read this, I knew it was no way. Like there's no way she doesn't participate in anything. Like I just assumed that she was gonna get a suspension, but they was gonna let her be back in time for whatever. You know, like there's no way she's just not in the Olympics at all. Especially considering all the buzz she got lately. She went viral recently for she beat the world record or some shit like that, and she did it in like, you know, her long hair and the nails and all of that. It was really a really iconic moment, but and pretty much just in time for the Olympics, she pretty much blew up. So like I said, I didn't think it was any way that she was gonna miss any time.
Well, that was like what the big thing was about, was like people were like, damn, like they're really gonna take away the opportunity of a lifetime over some weed. Like that's crazy. That was like the whole narrative. I thought it was funny too that the damn person they had replace her, the white chick, was like, this is all part of God's plan.
You know,
like,
that was a meme, dude.
Bruh.
You know that was a meme.
I don't know.
That was a meme.
But that's still funny either way.
You didn't peep that was her face, but white?
No.
They just took her face and then put it on there and made her white, bro. You didn't peep?
No.
Jesus Christ.
I don't be on the web like that no more.
This is what I mean by the internet is so hilarious, bro.
Literally, but I would believe it though. I would really believe that though.
Literally, because the girl they wrote her whole bio. It was like
literally
this Mormon girl from Nebraska wants to show everybody that you should say no to drugs. That shit was hilarious,
bro. The thing is like
funny though.
I feel like this is less of a discussion now, because like the whole thing was like people were pissed because they were like they thought they weren't gonna let her do anything.
Well, it's also that they were mad that she might miss it, but they were also mad at the fact that like weed is still being tested for in general. Right? I
mean, it is ridiculous. I feel like there's no reason. Like
I think it's both. I think it's ridiculous that weed is still getting tested for, but at the same time, like the Olympics are like a global thing. You know what I mean? So like, obviously, not everybody like rock with weed like that, like America. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like, if you going for the Olympics, then like you gotta just follow the rules. And that's literally what she said. She was like, I made that choice. Like I know what I did. Blah blah blah. Like I'm gonna take what come with it. Like, you know, she owned up to it like an adult. So I mean, at the end of the day, like she handled it maturely. They wild for testing for weed. You shouldn't get you shouldn't get suspended for smoking weed. Yeah, but, you know, it is what it is.
Well, yeah, you do make a good point that like since it's like worldwide, it's a little different. But in general, like jobs really do need to stop drug testing for that.
I'm sorry. There's a broader like discussion about how like, and I think somebody posted a meme about this, but it's actually like true. Like how all these like corporations like penalize workers for, you know, drug tests with weed and blah blah blah. The whole time they invested in THC companies, invested in farms and shit like that.
Literally, like why does that even matter? It's like you don't get tested for alcohol, like, and it's getting to the point where weed is mostly legal most places. Like I don't know,
or at least decriminalized.
Literally, it just doesn't make sense. It's like you said, it's just to keep a certain type of person, and we know exactly what they're trying to do, like from being able to get certain jobs. Like it
is what it is, but
it's sick.
Like I said, I think the weed thing will change pretty soon. I want to say I want to say in the next 5-10 years.
I feel like in 20 years from now, like, it'll be completely like weed is just a normal thing.
Yeah.
Like, damn near to the point where, like, which they're saying it will get to this point eventually where you can go to the gas station and buy weed. Like,
no way.
That would be crazy. But think about it. Like, in 20 years, if dispensaries are
that'd
everywhere.
That'd be some mid, and it'd be taxed.
Well, it would be some mid and tax. But still, like, I'm just saying the point is you can go to the gas station and get alcohol.
Right.
And alcohol is worse for your body. Yeah, both things, like, that are more detrimental to your body. And alcohol is probably more detrimental to a work environment. And you can go just buy it at the store right now.
I think you can go. I think you can go to UDF and get alcohol and cigarettes, but you can't buy condoms because they're a Christian company. Real shit.
Wow.
Real shit.
I never knew that. That's crazy.
You've never ever seen a condom in UDF. You haven't.
No, I wouldn't even think about trying to cop one at UDF. So
you haven't. Like, you don't even make that. You like that's some shit that you don't even think about until you be like, wait, I really haven't. Like, damn.
Literally, no.
Like, bro, that shit is so sick, bro. You can get cigarettes and alcohol and walk out of there.
So what is UDF trying to say? You should just have kids instead? Like,
who knows, bro?
We're Christian, so just make babies so instead.
Sick,
like,
these corporations are so sick. The people that run the corporations are sick. They sick. They weird. Speaking of rich weirdos, Bill Cosby, what the fuck are you doing?
You been going crazy today, bro. Literally. It's been a long time since we really got into, like, some sick shit. Like, for a while, it was every pod. Like,
Bill Cosby, nasty ass nigga of the year, bro. Bill Cosby. So Bill Cosby recently did he get pardoned or did he just get, like, released because of? I don't
know why he got released, but he's released is the point.
I think he got released because they violated his constitutional rights somehow when they arrested him, something like that, and so they ended up letting him go.
Off a loophole,
right? He pretty much got on a loophole. I'm not finna do the whole Bill Cosby like deep dive just to go read what he got released for. The main point is everybody know that nigga guilty, and somehow he's
literally
out. Everybody knows he's guilty, and somehow he's out. That's the main point.
Yeah,
literally.
Yeah. Well, it's just like it just shows you money is the king. Like,
yeah.
Bill Cosby is out and everyone knows he did it. Like, it's like, I don't know, it's almost like R. Kelly where it's like there's so much evidence. It's like,
but this thing, R. Kelly in jail. They were saying one of his co-stars was like, yeah, like even back then it was an open secret. Like literally everybody knew, but like you just didn't talk about it. But everybody knew.
Literally,
like, everybody knew what he was doing.
Well, what Bill
she was saying she know girls that haven't come out yet. That like
Damn. But what Bill Cosby was doing was even more sick because like he was like at least R. Kelly like he was dating minors, but like
Bill Cosby
like they was hilarious. like didn't R. Kelly date Aaliyah when she was like a minor?
Yeah, that's nasty as fuck.
But like
I think that's actually R. Kelly in the background of her album cover.
Wow. But like my thing with that is like that's sick, but like Aaliyah was also obviously with it to some extent. Like this man Bill Cosby was going around putting pills, like literally like trying to make sure chicks had no clue what was going on. Like that's
nuts.
I feel like
both of them is nuts, but you can't, even if a 15-year-old is going, you can't. No.
I agree. No. I'm just saying, like, I feel like what Bill Cosby did was even more shady. Like, he was like trying to be slick. Like, oh my god,
that nigga Bill Cosby is just like,
don't accept no drinks from Bill Cosby, bro. Nobody.
And this is my thing. I don't even remember a time.
Don't even keep your drink out around.
Bill Cosby been doing that. Bill Cosby been old since we was born.
Literally,
he been old for like forever. He was old on the Cosby Show.
Literally.
So like. He been doing this forever. He even older now. He just an old nasty rich.
He had like a whole mythology to it. Like,
oh my god, Bill Cosby, bro.
I don't know how he's out, bro. Do you think he's gonna try to do anything, or you think we just never gonna hear from him again? Like, he's gonna go back to his mansion and be quiet.
He try to make another Fat Albert. Try to make another Fat Albert movie.
Imagine
they gonna
like
get him the fuck out of here
in like 5 years, like we just get a like random Bill Cosby Netflix special, like him talking about shit.
No way, you out of your mind. That'd be the end of Netflix, I promise.
I mean, we've been predicting the end of Netflix for a while.
No, I'm saying that'd be the official end of Netflix. If they give Bill Cosby a stand-up,
Bill Cosby talk, like not even a stand-up. I'm saying like talk about like everything. Like I don't know. I feel like him being out.
You want him to get on stage and
I don't want him to, but I'm saying like if he did that, we'd watch it.
If he got on stage and just like confessed to every rape story he ever had, like you would watch that. That'd be hella awkward.
Bill, I'm just saying. Do you think that he'll try to do anything like, or he's just gonna go to his mansion?
I think
be quiet.
I think he gonna go take all his money out of them offshore accounts, go sit somewhere on a fucking island in the middle of nowhere and just sit there and rot till he die. I hope that's what he does.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Go get the fuck on somewhere.
Yeah, get out of here. Like I would hope that, but I feel like Bill Cosby. Like I don't know. I feel like controversy makes so much money nowadays that I could see like I don't know. I just could see something happening more with this Cosby, in the future.
Bro. Like you really got to look at who we talk about. Like this is Bill Cosby, bro.
I never thought he was going to be released. I'm never gonna get around how
nuts that is, bro.
I remember when he got arrested.
Bill Cosby. I remember facts. I'm saying when he first got arrested, I'm like, bro, Bill Cosby.
Literally,
and not that I'm doubting that he did it. It's just like, bro, Bill Cosby, bro. Like that's like imagine you get a notification like, yeah, Mike Breen is a pedophile. Like Mike Breen?
Like,
what?
Literally, damn.
What? Like, wait, are you serious? Like, I remember. This happened a couple weeks ago. So Chris Hansen got they put out his mugshot. They was looking for him in Michigan. No, they didn't even say what the charge was for first. Nobody read the article. They just assumed that he did the same shit he was going to get other people for. They was like, Chris Hansen finally became the villain. Da 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 da. They released what he got charged for. They got charged with regular tax evasion. He owed like $13,000. They was trying to call him a pedophile off rip. That shit was hilarious.
Hey, Chris Hansen is just damn near a comedian in general, bro.
He wanted in Michigan. Like, that's hilarious.
That show was just so wild if you really think about it. Like,
why don't you take a seat with me? Like, he's just funny as fuck.
Literally come out of the woodwork. Like, what are you doing here tonight?
Literally. Bro, and then he did an interview on the Joe Budden podcast. He was just talking about how, like, some of them dudes, like, it's like different levels of crazy. Like, some are like, you can tell are just like super weirdo incels that can't get a woman no matter what. Some are like actually weirdo rapists. And then some are just like dudes that like got caught up and just don't know what the fuck they doing and they actually sorry.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
I feel like that profession of hosting that show is like gotta be crazy. Like,
bruh.
Like I can't imagine I
could never trust another male ever in my life.
Literally going to work knowing like you're about to just like talk to this pedophile. Like I don't know.
It's like, because at that point, like, if once you start catching dirt on so many people, whether it be poor people or like, because Chris Hansen be investigating like the richest like billionaires, like everybody, like no matter where you go, like it's nasty people around. Like I would be looking at my best friend like, bro,
it's like, nasty
let me
people.
know, like, bro, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can't trust nobody.
Yeah, the whole thing with Bill Cosby is I remember when he got arrested and all this evidence came out. I'm like, we never finna see him again.
Yeah,
now he out.
Bad.
Now he out off a random loophole.
He's really out of prison. Like he's really free. Like right now at this moment,
he could be doing whatever he wants,
bro.
Which is so crazy because when you think about like all the stuff he did, like anybody that's not Bill Cosby does all that shit like with evidence, like they're done. Like you ain't ever seeing freedom again. Like Bill Cosby did what, 7 years, I think.
Holy shit!
They said something like that.
Bill Cosby, bro. Bill Cosby. Listen to what we talking about, bro. That's just as crazy to me as like Mike Jackson. Like, when people bring up the Mike allegations, and for now it's just allegations, but like Mike, like, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah,
it's just crazy, bro.
I feel like the Mike thing is not as comparable because there's just not as much evidence.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like Bill Cosby and R. Kelly are like
concrete.
If you stack the papers, like the evidence up here, like literally, like
they said they got R. Kelly singing in jail. Anytime a musician go to jail and they make jokes about them having to perform in jail, I think that's so hilarious.
Literally,
they when
charging 2 honey buns for a show.
When Pooh Shiesty went in, they put a picture of somebody like out of breath, like Pooh Shiesty after performing Back in Blood 40 times for the inmates. Like that's hilarious. That's so hilarious, bro.
Hey, bro, Pooh Shiesty, bro.
Yeah, you down
that's
bad.
Tough.
OG.
We keep talking about him on the pod, and every time it's like, damn.
They put the video out of him at a robbery that he was initially charged of being like involved with. Like it was like a shoe trade or something like that, and it ended up being a shootout, and it was like he's in the green McLaren. Great, got him. Like the only one. Like you know
what I mean?
Crazy,
if it's a bunch of random dudes that pull up and it's a McLaren, it's only one person. You know that's Like, whose McLaren that is.
Shit
like,
is really, bro. He was doing everything to attract attention to himself.
Literally, that's what I was saying. That's why I was worried about him. Like, I don't know. Like, and now he's in jail, so it's just tough.
Life is fucking crazy, bro. All I know is I ain't gonna be in jail no time soon, so I don't give a fuck.
Fuck no, yeah.
Jail shit. Yeah, jail is not the way of it all.
On God, and like on the tax evasion shit, like if I get older, like I just leave the U.S. before I'm getting caught for tax evasion. It's no way.
I can't wait till I can actually move out of the U.S. I can't wait. Literally.
I always think about that, but I'm like, I don't know where I would go. Like,
I think I want to go to like I probably want to move somewhere in fucking Africa or something.
Yeah, see, I've never been
I want
to any other.
I want to move
continent.
to Africa or like have my own island, of course. But like that's like years in the future. But like maybe live somewhere like Spain or like like just live somewhere different that's not America.
Yeah, I've never been to another continent, so like I don't know. I would have to like go see what it's like. Like,
what do you think? I feel like living in Mexico would kind of be turned.
I don't know. I don't know shit about like other like places. I've never been there. I've never, you know what I mean? Like,
you got to get more culture.
I know the damn like Bahamas pretty well. Like,
yeah.
I went to the Dominican. Like, but besides for that, like, it's kind of slow.
I feel like this is super cliche to say of us, but like, wouldn't it be live to live in Japan? I feel like that's so like
I hear that like Japanese people hate foreigners that live there though.
Oh, of course. Japanese people are super racist.
Yeah, so I don't know. It might be kind of fun, but also kind of tough.
I feel like Japanese people are like notoriously racist, but at the same time, I probably feel like if you just walking down the street, like nobody gonna fuck with you.
I mean,
I don't know.
I wouldn't be worried about that. Like, like I mean, I'd be more worried of like them talking shit, like than like them trying to do something. Like,
yeah, literally, I don't even think it's like that.
Yeah,
and if you a woman, like you got to be worried about getting like literally like, molested like on the street type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. Japan moving different. It is
literally,
bro. But let's see. Is that it?
I think that's it for real. I'm surprised that was kind of concise for all the stuff we had to talk about for real.
It is what it is. We get into it. Best podcast in the world.
Yes, sir.
Oh my God. I just can't like that nigga Bill Cosby is really out. Like,
literally.
I can't believe it. Life is crazy. Well, this is the end of the episode. Like I said, follow us on all the socials. Everything is in the description. Everything you never want to know.
Notifications, like button on YouTube.
Exactly.
Comment.
Everything. Text me, call me, all of that.
We're on Apple Podcast too. I know that's something that like a few different people I know personally were waiting for. So
facts.
Yeah.
With that being said, we'll see you.